dear Aunt Bessie. Aunt Bessie was one of 13 children born to Reverend and Mrs. James Sparrow. She had 26 nieces and nephews, their spouses and kids, and friends too numerous to count. Aunt Bessie's legacy is truly that of being the linchpin that ensured that our extended multi-generational Sparrow Wallace family stayed connected. Beginning decades ago, Aunt Bessie would organize family reunion every 2-3 years that would take place at various venues such as restaurants, parks, etc. However, the occasional family reunion was soon to become an annual event. On a Friday evening, June 6, 2006, Esty and Tanya's daughter, Aunt Ruby's granddaughter, Bessie's great niece, married Jeremy Russ. Since everyone was going to be in town, Bessie arranged a fellowship at Cousin Wanda's house the following Saturday afternoon. It was the best impromptu reunion ever, and thus was born the Jackson Sparrow Wallace Family Day. For 10 years, this annual event takes place at Cousin Wanda's house each Memorial Day weekend. With the assistance of Lenita and Wanda, Bessie would begin planning each January for this special event, meticulously gathering all pertinent graduation, wedding, anniversary, and career info for this special recognition. Soon, members of the younger generation were anticipating their turn to be a featured honoree. After 10 years, Bessie reflected that she wanted to recognize family members who are primary caregivers for her siblings. She commented that they were like angels. Thus began the inauguration of the Sparrow Family Angel Awards. Little did we know just a few weeks ago that our family angel would soon leave us. Here are a few reflections from the family members. Rita Pearl Sparrow. When I was growing up, my hair, as it still today, was long, thick, and unruly. When I was about 12, Aunt Bessie said, "Girl, you need a perm." My cousin Carol Butler gave me my first perm in her mom's basement. No more unruly hair. Also, when Bessie would call my dad, as she would often, who's our Uncle Joe, you don't know, she'd always end with, "You be a good boy now." I don't know the history behind that phrase, but Dad always smiles when he hears it. From Wanda. Aunt Bessie always did special things for Ryan. Ryan's birthday is July 19th, and each family day, Bessie had a bag for him. This year was no exception. I opened the bag and carefully opened the card. It is just lovely, and there was also a $20 bill. The bag also contained a new necklace and ring. I'm sure that was Bessie's thank you gift for hosting this year's family gathering. Brooke, Ryan, and I cherish the card and these pieces always. Coincidentally, June 18th is also Sister Susie's wedding anniversary. She and Dr. Wendell Butler celebrated 67 years. Here's a message from Dr. Wendell Butler. Bessie was not only a great sister-in-law and a friend, but a powerful institution. Amen.
Amen.
I met Aunt Bessie, well, she wasn't Aunt Bessie, about 38 years ago when I was dating her niece, and I was just her niece's friend. She took me to a family gathering, and I met everyone and beautiful people. I'm like, what a great family. And I saw this Mercedes-Benz pull up, light blue top, and this classy, stylish, beautiful woman pop out, and my mouth dropped. Evelyn, my wife now, who's Aunt Bessie's niece, said, "What are you looking at?" I said, "Who is that?" She said, "That's my Aunt Bessie." But I couldn't stop there. She just kept staring at me, and I said, "Is she single?" For 8 years, I paid for that. Until I finally married her. And Aunt Bessie helped us with our wedding, which turned out fabulous. And just pulled me aside when we drove off and told me, "You you take care of my niece? I mean it. I said, I will. You have my word. She said, no, I mean it. Oh, I'm doing good on this. We all never wanted to let Aunt Bessie down. She did so much for everyone in this room and never asked for anything but us to be a family. I think we need to continue to be in that way. Bessie was truly our angel. I will now recite poetic contributions. Wings of an Angel. We were blessed to have her for a while, her charm and beauty, and don't forget that smile. She touched each and every one of us and kept our family together. And now she's gone to be with the Lord forever. So spread your wings on Bessie and soar with the family members that have gone on before. I know that they will welcome you there, and you will continue to bless them with your love, grace, and care. We will miss you, Aunt Bessie. Love, Vera, Aunt Josephine, and family. Life consists of memories to be shared. For Aunt Bessie, there are many because she cared. For this, we give her our gratitude because she improved our attitude. Count on Bessie to be at family weddings, reunions, and graduations because she loved her family and their celebrations. Even funerals she would attend to let the family know she loved them. She knew our birthdays, anniversaries, and all, and would let us know with a card or a call. She would always brighten your day with a smile, knowing that she would walk an extra mile. Simply put, Aunt Bessie was one of the best. Now she lay in rest, because in this life, she did her best and is with God because she passed the test. Love, Rudy, Aunt Al, and family. Aunt Bessie, we're hurting right now. You're not anymore. You're in God's hands now. Keep us together. And pray for us. Thank you for hearing me.
Amen.
I've been asked to speak on behalf of Aunt Bessie's numerous great nieces and nephews. Our current theme in our discussion the last few weeks is about this concept of angels. So I will share my story of Aunt Bessie as the angel. About 10 days ago, on a hot sunny afternoon, June 18th, I arrived at Providence Hospital in Northeast DC. At the time, I had no idea how dire my Aunt Bessie's condition was, and that it would be the last time I would see her. But as if on cue, when we pulled up the car, the song Halo by Beyonce began to play, as if on cue. There are 3,028 songs on my playlist, and that is the one song that played. Wow. As I took my turn to see Aunt Bessie in that hospital room, my mother noticed her skin. For all of her 84 years, it was as smooth as a 20-year-old's, as if she had somehow aged in reverse. And in fact, almost eerily, the sun coming in and the white bed sheets gave Aunt Bessie a glow, and she looked like an angel. Aunt Bessie had a special relationship with us all. Most people are not close to their great aunts or uncles, and most would consider them distant relatives. But Aunt Bessie was special. We all have very specific bonds that we shared with her. For example, Aunt Bessie was there at the birth of Cousin Mira. Cousin Kimberly recalls her ethereal presence at weddings and funerals. For me, in addition to the graduations and life events, were the awkward years between 10 and 12. I think I shared this with other people. I grew early for my age, and back then department stores did not have a juniors department. There was no Forever 21, there was no Justice, only the kids section and the grown-up section. And neither of those sections was right for me. I was a hot mess, and dreaded going to school in my ill-fitting department store clothes. But then Aunt Bessie would have us over to her apartment and pull out trash bag after trash bag after trash bag of designer clothes that she was going to do. And so I picked out whatever I wanted, and I would strut down that middle school in Potomac, Maryland, wearing beaded denim jackets, mohair sweaters, leather pants,
Yeah.
and I felt so confident and so good about myself. And people would say, oh, she's so sophisticated. She's so European. Are you French?
Okay.
And as silly as it seems now, for an awkward middle schooler, it was a lifesaver. And Aunt Bessie was my angel. So in so many ways, she was the guardian angel, fairy godmother that we were somehow blessed to have. And I think her angel ways have reached us all. Another memory that left a more lasting impression on me was when the crack epidemic was at its peak in Washington, D.C. And everyone was moving out of the city, especially Southeast D.C. It was dangerous to go down there. But my Aunt Bessie wouldn't move. She said it was important to stay in the neighborhood where she taught. And that really made a lasting impression on me about dedication and how to really serve your community. And so I don't think it's any accident that most of us, nieces and nephews and great nieces and nephews, now act as do-gooders in some way. I feel that we just can't help ourselves. We are now teachers, social workers, entertainers. So many of us work in healthcare. We work with the elderly, we're scientists, and we work for the church. I just feel like we have the need to make people smile and to help them and to lift their day. And Aunt Bessie was our angel, and now that angel is in all of us.
Amen.
I have a letter from two of her friends to the family. You have our heartfelt condolences on the loss of your loved one. Dr. Bessie Sparrow was not only our neighbor for 47 years plus, but also a loyal and devoted friend. The proximity of our apartments provided an opportunity for us to develop a close relationship that equaled that of extended family. She shared our family's tragedies and joys. Aunt Bessie was sweet, compassionate, thoughtful human being who never said an unkind word about anyone. She will be sorely missed. The memories we hold dear will forever be etched in our minds. Remember, that death is the last chapter in time and the first chapter in eternity. God bless Joyce and Larry Bridgeforth, Beverly Barrett, Mayberry Plaza Apartments.
To the family of the late Dr. Bessie, Isabel, Sparrow, and all of you gathered here this morning, let me say good morning, first of all. Good morning. And I am Rowene Thomas, the former principal of Ketchum Elementary School, where Dr. Sparrow spent most of her tenure. And I must say that several of our staff members were here this morning, and there are some who are still here at this particular time. Will you please stand so we can recognize you? And it's an honor and a privilege for me to share this remembrance message and indeed all of the contributions that Dr. Sparrow shared at Ketchum School. And this presentation is on behalf of the former teachers, students, parents, and the Ketchum School community. Dr. Bessie Sparrow was indeed a very distinguished educator who became one of the most outstanding teachers in the D.C. public school system. During her many years of service at Ketchum Elementary School, her performance demonstrated her professionalism, high standards, caring, and concern for children. This was an educator with the quality that we all want to find in teachers who come before our children. Dr. Sparrow holds a very special place in our society. As we all know, she was highly respected. She was respected for her contribution, for her love of children, and her love of teaching. Her life of dedication and her hard work and tireless effort to reach and teach children at all levels of learning were successful and remarkable. She was so inspirational to children, parents, staff, community, and so many others, until we all loved her, not only for her skills and for her teaching, but for the kind of person that she was in terms of working with us as a staff and working at Ketchum Elementary School to make sure that each and every boy and girl that came across her door and into her classroom, that she provided them the best that she could in terms of teaching. So let us all remember Dr. Bessie Sparrow with great passion and love for her dedication, contributions, and achievement. Most of all, her dedication to children and teaching will always be a monument to her name. And at this time, we have one of our staff members, Mrs. Yelverton, who's going to come forward and share a salute with you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Everything that you have said represents Dr. Bessie Sparrow. She was one in a million, and she was an angel. Before I read my poem, I'm going to share something with you. 27 years ago, June 13th, I had a bout of breast cancer. And every time, seemed like every day I would come home on my lowest days, a card would be in the mail to encourage me from Bessie Sparrow.
Wow.
And every time she would sing, Blanche, are you doing okay? Blanche this and Blanche the other. So really, to sum up everything that has been said, I want to read this poem. It's one of my favorite poems. And I just enjoy this poem. It's so true. And this poem does represent Dr. Bessie I. Sparrow. I'd rather see a sermon than to hear one. I'd rather see a sermon than to hear one any day. I'd rather one walk with me than merely tell the way. The eyes is a better pupil and more willing than the ear. Fine counsel is confusing, but examples is always clear. And she did give you many, many examples. The best of all the preachers are men who live their creed. For to see good put into action is what everyone needs. I can soon learn how to do it if you let me see it done. I can catch your hands in action, but your tongue too fast may run. And the lecture you deliver may be very wise and true. But I had rather get my lesson by observing what you do. And that's what Bessie, she showed you things. She showed a lot of love. For I may misunderstand you in the high advice you give, but there is no misunderstanding how you can act and how you live. When I see the act of kindness, I am eager to be kind. When a weaker brother stumbles and stronger stays behind, just to see if I can help him, then the wish grows strong in me to be as big and bold as I know that friend to be, and she was a friend. And all the travelers can witness that the best of guides today is not the one that tells them, but the one who shows the way by eager guess. This represents your aunt, your sister, and every your cousins. This is and was Bessie Sparrow.
Trendsetter. This is where you had to hook it in the windshield and then pull it down by hand, then cover it up. It's not automatic, so she had that. And then Tony mentioned yesterday about the Mercedes. Moving on to the Mercedes and everything. If you ever sent a picture to Aunt Bessie, an invitation, it was on her wall. She kept family members with her all the time. Had the opportunity to be up in her house several times, and always had pictures on the walls and everything. Okay? One of the other things that you always hear me say when I talk to family members and friends, I love you much. And her word back to me was, I love you more. So her more love is inside of each one of us. Okay? All right? I do have some family reflections that I'd like to share with you. Okay? Bessie is a legacy, truly, that has been the linchpin that ensured that our extended multi-generations, Sparrow, Wallace, Jackson family stays connected. Beginning decades ago, Bessie would organize a family reunion every 2 to 3 years. It would take place at various venues such as restaurants, parks, and the Central. Okay. However, the occasional family reunion would soon become an annual event. On a Friday evening, June 6, 2006, SD and Tanya's daughter, Keisha, Ruby's granddaughter, Bessie's great niece, married Jeremy Russ. Since everyone was going to be in town, Bessie arranged a fellowship at Cousin Wanda's house the following Saturday afternoon. It was the best impromptu reunion ever, and thus was born the Jackson family, Sparrow Wallace Family Day. For 10 years, this annual event takes place at Cousin Wanda's each Memorial Weekend. With the sisters of Lanita and Wanda, Bessie will begin planning each January for the special event. The tickets to the gathering are pertinent graduation, wedding, anniversary, and career information for special recognition. Soon members of the younger generation were anticipating their turn to be featured honorees. After 10 years, Bessie reflected that she wanted to recognize the family members who are primary caregivers for their family. She committed and that they were like angels. Thus began the inauguration of the Sparrow Family Angel Awards. We had this past weekend. One recipient was not able to be there. That was Juan and Gail. So we'd like to present them with their award. If they'll come up, please. Little did we know, just a few weeks ago, that our family angel, Aunt Bessie, was soon leave us. Now, a few reflections I'd like to give from family members that they provided to us. Rita Pearl, Sparrow. When I was growing up, my hair, as it still is today, long, thick, and unruly. When I was about 12, Aunt Bessie said, "Girl, you need a perm." My cousin Carol Butler gave me my first poem in her mom's basement. No more unruly hair. Also, when Bessie would call my dad, as she often would, she would always end with, "You be a good boy." That's my Uncle Joe. She's speaking of, I don't know the history behind that phrase, but Dad always smiles when he hears it. And this is from one. Aunt Bessie always did special things for Ryan. Ryan's birthday is July 19th, and his family day had a bag for him. This year was no exception. I opened the bag, carefully opened the card. It's just as lovely, and there's also a $20 bill. The bag also contained a new necklace and ring. I'm sure that Bessie's thank you gift for hosting this year's family gathering. Brooke, Ron, and I will cherish the God and these pieces always. Coincidentally, June 18th is also her sister Susan's wedding anniversary. She and Linda Buckle celebrated 67 years of marriage today. Congratulations on that. This is from Uncle Wendell. Bessie was not only a great sister-in-law and friend, she was a powerful institution. And thank you for letting me share that. And these are some poems that family members share with us. This is from Vera, Aunt Josephine and family. We're blessed to have her for a while. Her charm, her beauty, and don't forget that smile. She touched each and every one of us and kept our family together. And now she's gone to be with the Lord forever. So spread your wings, Aunt Bessie, and soar with the family members that have gone on before. I know they will welcome you there, and you will continue to bless them with your love, grace, and care. We will miss you, Aunt Bessie. And this next one from Rudy, Aunt Al and family. Life consists of memories to be shared. For Aunt Bessie, there are many. Because she cared for this, we give her our gratitude because she improved our attitude. Count on Aunt Bessie to be at family weddings, reunions, and graduation because she loved the family and their celebrations, even funerals. She would tend to let the family know she loved them. She knew our birthdays, anniversaries, and all would let us know with a card or call. And she would always brighten the day with a smile, knowing that she would walk an extra mile. Simply put, Aunt Bessie was one of the best. Now may she lay and rest, because in this life, she did her best and is with God because she passed the test. Love the family. Thank y'all so much.
Darkness to our